Hi Lewis, didn't have many trades this week. I'll try to keep it brief. I'm still looking at the afternoon extensions to trades, mainly short. Uh, mm, what I'm gonna be tracking now, because previously I was looking at 15-minute 9 EMA, close below 9 EMA, and rejection, so sort of something similar like this, let's say. So it goes under 9 EMA, pushes back, rejects, and fades over here. But I realized that's kind of a little bit, how to say, low chasing. Ideally you want to have position somewhere higher, and so what I'm gonna be trying to track for following weeks is 15 minutes new high, so something like this on WETG. The idea is I'm going to look after 1 p.m. to make a new high of day, and then following red candle to short with the risk, with that new high risk as a risk, which was perfect on WETG, and I traded on Friday, I believe that was, yeah. I've traded GOVX in the same way, only it made a new high before 1 p.m, which was a little bit earlier, and it didn't give the fade that I wanted. And with targets on this, I'm looking for 50% fib retracement, and then potentially 15-minute J lines as my target. So gonna be trying to hold for longer, taking less partials, but I'm gonna have to wait for Mark to come back from his break to get some help from him with data for back testing this. Wanna build like a system for myself, so it takes more emotions out of actually making a decision, or it's just something I'm gonna be tracking. And so yeah, my basically still my goals will be I still need to be more patient to wait for my levels, not to get involved too early, and just wait for my levels. That's still on my improvement list to do. Also, as for tracking, improving, I'm gonna try to track this setup and try to make a system out of it. They say, let's have a quick look. I only traded 2 tickers, which was IMRA, which was this. The main problem with this was that I didn't really plan to trade the open. I came back late from, well, I came back earlier from work, but not to actually trade. I was meant to do some other things, but thought like, oh, since I made it for the open, so I'm gonna put a trade on, and then hopefully it's gonna fade from here. I'll just set my stop and leave it alone basically, and go do the things I wanted to do, but which it didn't. So I kept like fighting it a little bit. This I would say was quite a decent, actually should have been like a decent trade. It gave like this stub, huge volume sell off. This is where it should have ended, and just basically faded all day. But it didn't. I said, okay, I'm gonna risk break even, which I got hit, but then it looked again lower volume. There's huge sell off volume, so okay, I thought I'm gonna join in again. Took some partials there because it was bigger size, reclaimed, I thought gonna be the pattern repetition like this over here, but it just did a trap, bigger volume push. So like I took these covers off, added here, and got stopped out everything here. So basically above pre-market high, and then hit it straight away here. Was too much of a size, so took something here. Didn't add anything on this because, as I said, like I was too big of a size. Took some size off here, so I was barely anything in it, but then started adding like too early. And at this point with these ads, I was like properly oversized for my usual basically size. Took something off here, and then I could have actually had just a small red if I would have taken everything, like let's say here or covered, because I would have covered like for profit over here and cover all my losses, my loss that I took over here. It would have covered some of that, so it would have been like a manageable red day. But I decided I'm gonna hold for my risk, hoping that it's gonna fail. So took a big loss here considering the size I used on this thing. What I failed to recognize is I was looking at this more as we reviewed today on MOGO I believe, or MOBO, I don't remember, where he did a breakout, all this, and then just dumped. So I was kind of expecting this similar thing here, but what I failed to realize is that what we did here is all this range, and we literally reclaimed that range. It's a decent volume in here, we reclaimed and we held that range. So we like made a leg up, held that range, and just grinded sideways more. And I did realize as well that this was zombie hours when I was getting in here. I did realize that, and then but I was already once I was there, I was like, oh, okay, I'll just see what's gonna happen. So this was one to forget, to be honest. And whenever I try to manage my, if I get a position and it pushes higher, I try to like take some size off and then add a little bit higher. It never really ends well for me because you have to add like much more higher to bring your average up. And maybe if I didn't do these ads and only did these, it wouldn't have been that bad. But well, we live and learn. I have to probably stop trying to manage my position, like taking size off and adding higher. Just cut the position and see what's gonna happen later on. And next I had GOVX, which was Friday, which was quite okay. I did what I said. I was looking at 1 p.m. new high of day, so it's all did there. I added small position there. Was looking weak, so added a little bit more there. Added a little bit more on this push. I was looking to cover something. I think 150s. I had the limit order sitting at 150s. That was 50% retracement. Well, 148, but I was gonna front run it at 150 to cover half, and then another one was gonna be 130, which was believe 50-minute J lines. Never gave that, and I was just sitting in the after hours and thinking, okay, I'm just done with it. I'm not gonna waste my Friday, so we just covered everything here and left it alone. Reasonably okay trade. Not much in profit wise, but it is what it is. So that was just my just two of my trades. That's all I took this week. I did wanna have a look at some tape review, which I did. That was not bothering me, but I was looking at this from previous month, I believe. It was quite an interesting ticker, I believe. and I believe I've done already reviewed this where it rejected in the after hours where I waited it. But the whole move why I didn't as well, I was looking at it, but why I didn't take because it felt like it was a trap, and I'm not sure if I'm correct about that. Is it in correct sequence? Yeah, I think it is. So it was going like above VWAP. Why I didn't take it? Even like it looked okay. AA orders. What I saw. How do I draw on this thing? Oh, it doesn't matter. So what I saw is it rejected 840. It's coming back, but it was making like higher lows. Making higher lows. We see here a little bit of volume increase as well compared to like this. This is more green delta volume as well. So they were accumulating over here probably. This is as well delta, a little bit more buy, again more buy. So I was expecting this to push into the after hours. Lots of AA orders. As I said, holding open level, volume picking up, coming into VWAP level, and that level kept rejecting 710ish with lots of AA orders. So we've got this level above 710 where it kept rejecting. So we were coming into that level with lots of AA orders. It like broke the VWAP. ASP was looking weak, and after the AA orders, the follow through we get was more of a selling. But at this time, spread opened up, 7-cent spread. There's a offer trap on a 717. Some selling. So anyone who's like low slamming into 710s shorts, they already like looking already out of the money. And when I saw this, I didn't trust it. I think I already said in the chat at the time like, oh, this is gonna push because this didn't seem real. They placed this huge offer trap, weak bid. There wasn't much of a selling, to be honest. So it just didn't look natural to me. They just literally walked it down all the way. As you see as well, the price literally dropped from there. That offer doesn't walk down, it just stays there at the same level that it was, 711. And now we have bid, what, like 16, I want to say 14 cents. How much is it? 16 cents, probably like a spread already, and a bid prop at 95. Offer stack stays up, below bid market chasing shorts run into bid prop spread 6 cents. I want to say 6, but this is more than 6. This is 16, not 6. So all these low slamming shorts already out of the money, way out of the money. This looks like, oh yeah, it's a big seller. They're gonna like sell it off. It's a good short, VWAP and everything. Well, probably a lot of buyers, short buyers, traders already in trouble on this one. So we eliminate the bid prop with a big order at 95. It gets sold off. We still see that 711, the same offer trap still sitting there, but we run into another bid prop at 690. We got 10-cent spread. So all this like a bigger selling, probably enticing VWAP rejection, enticing more shorts in. So the bid prop was getting chipped away. Spread is tightening, just 1 cent spread. Offer looks weak. Below VWAP, probably more shorts are jumping in. And fair enough, it flushes even more up to 675. Offer walks down to 690. Offer stack. Now notice that we got like as well this trend line. So with more selling coming in, like a big selling as well. Everyone was probably thinking, okay, trend line break and this thing is toast. But they push it up with some AA orders into the offer stack. at like 690. They even added more on there. Yeah, wave of AAs, clear out low slamming shorts, still big spread, entice some dip buyers to chase on the ask. Also with 11 spread, they immediately out in the money. So basically, once they dipped into that trend line I had previously drawn, it's probably like a dip bias may have joined in. But since the spread was wide, so as well, whoever dip buys, they probably chase on the on the ask. So as well, they out of the money. So I would say it's more like a combo trap up and down. So we held the trend line above the J lines, above 9 EMA getting as well. Some more AAs with some green, tight spread 1 cent on ask and bid. Held the trend line, so we held the trend line. Ones on both sides. A flurry of some green, some AAs. So now probably dip buyers feeling comfortable as well. Some selling into bid prop. Didn't have a bid prop here, but then appeared a bid prop probably to entice more longs. But bid prop spread 6 cents, so all shorts anticipating trendline break straight away out of the money on their positions. Looks like a good short, higher volume sell-off, big wick above price action and the view up. So for on the short side, it probably looks like a good short because we rejected with a big wick the VWAP on a higher sell volume. Some selling on the tape, so everyone's probably thinking, okay, we little bounce off the trend line and we're gonna break it. They see chipping away the level into the trend line, 680. Probably start joining in, and fair enough. More selling, and we break the trend line. We get the offer stack at 680 off that trend line level, basically where we broke it. We get a massive offer stack. We got 8 cent spread. With all this, we're thinking, great. All the shorts are sitting comfortably. More shorts jumping in. Followed with a fair bit of selling below trendline break. Held offer trap still present at initial level, but ask stepped down a few cents. So we still got that at 680. We still got that offer trap. Ask steps down a couple cents a little bit. We still got some selling on the tape, actually quite big selling into like 670s. So whoever would chase like on the trendline break, they probably sitting pretty, thinking, okay, we've got that big order in there, nothing on the bid, selling on the tape, this is going to be great short. But what we get met is with a flurry of big orders on the green and above the ask. So bid is still 7.5, but we already at 687, so above the trend line, so we reclaim that. Anyone who shorted the trend line already well out of the money. They probably stops are around 690, I would say, this little lower high, trying to keep it tight. Yeah, bear trap, trend line bear trap, let's say greens, low chasing shorts are hurt. So, and then we quickly see the bid step up. So whoever slammed at 72, 74, they 10 cents out of the money, even more if they're gonna have to cover on the ask. And we place a bid prop at 690. So now we're enticing more longs. It's thinking this is a nice trap, this is gonna go high, weak offer. We're enticing more longs into the game. We got quite a big spread. They took out the bid prop with one order, 10k. We took it out. Huge sell order into bid prop taken out and drop bid low. Open widespread trap more shorts. So we taken that out. We drop the bid. We keep the offer above. So into the close, they kept just trapping both ways, I believe. gets hit with AAs and greens, tighter spread and bid above 7. We at VWAP, so we'd expect another trap. At this time we are turning a little bit more consistent volume. So we again back at the VWAP. Spread is tightened now. We're hitting some green orders, some AAs at the 7. Bid steps above 7. So it's literally above VWAP actually. Bid is already above VWAP. And there's probably more signals for the longs to jump in. And I noticed as well that it's like a little bit more consistent volume rather than what we see here. It's just like choppy sort of thing, up and down. This is more consistent. This similar volume. This is like very equal volume, consistent volume coming in. At this point I believe we're trapping longs, bid prop, open spread, green prints, push price higher with big AA order above VWAP, long starts chasing. So we got some green orders, we got above ask a bigger order pushing into 7-11. We got 10-cent spread, so anyone's like who's chasing on the ask on the long side, they as well, if they want to cover on a bid, they already like out of the money. I think it's like, as well as I said, like a combo trap. Big tape green buy into 713, spread tightens and some selling appears. So we see the spread tightening up, a big green buy, not AA but normal buy, follow the AA into 713, but it got met with some selling, like a small selling, not on a big tape but on a small tape. Tighter spread. Again, tight spread. Big tape green buy into 713 tightens and some selling appears. So that's some selling. Did I put it? Yeah, that's the same screen. Some selling appeared. What happened next? Opened a little bit of a spread. Offer trap at 714, 137. Some good amount of buying. Offer trap above. Bid weak. I mean, bid looks weak. Some offer trap 714. Good amount of buying. 79, 713, 12, 14. Now looking weaker. Only AA pushing, not much green follow through. So they ran into that offer trap 714. It's being chipped away, but it's mostly the AAs. The greens are very small ones. It is getting chipped away. It had some follow through on the green with the bigger orders, almost got chipped away. Bid is already like lower, so we open a spread again, and what follows some weak selling, some small selling into the bid. So we push past 708, which was somewhere around here. We push past that. Bid drops even lower. Open the spread. Some weak selling. Again, bigger AAs taking out off a trap, but followed with some selling and drop bid lower to trap some shorts. And what happens then is, this is literally, I think, seconds apart, because this is like 33 and this is 35. So once we saw this was the only big sell order, so probably I wouldn't have jumped in this one, because I normally want to see like a red on a big tape. So this was preceded, followed by this. Literally, they pulled the bid support. Well, it was taken out by one below bid order, and we opened a massive spread. We got a massive spread, 28, 30, 38 cents or something. So all these who chase this are gonna be hurt very much. And just straight after, where's the 28? And this is already 40, 41. So just a few seconds as well later on, they pulled the bid up. We were at 7.2. We are 87 at the moment. Alpha steps down a little bit, but not too much. We still have spread. Alpha walks down a touch, but bid pulls up higher. Low slamming shorts in trouble. Weak hand longs flushed out too. So there was where I said there might be like a long trap with the spread open. So I suppose the same longs got flushed out over here as well. They probably had their stop somewhere here at 680 or something, or maybe even like this level. So they got flushed out. They raised the bid higher, and much more green coming in. Alpha steps above 7. Buyer stepping up, and then it actually pushes into the after hours. So I feel like this was both short and long trap in just like into last 15 minutes or something like this. I was watching it like live, and I didn't buy this 718 rejection where they walked it down with a big offer trap. This at the very beginning, it looked weak, and I do believe I even said in the chat, "Oh, this is gonna go higher," because it didn't look natural price action where they walked it down like with this, and even those 600 orders where it was the very somewhere top. Yeah, with this one, it just didn't look natural. It didn't seem like they got selling. It looks like they just pulled the bid, removed the bid and support, and it just sort of more like a trap than actual selling off. So it's this, and I believe, yeah, that's it. As I said, I'm gonna try to keep it brief, and not much was happening for me. Was a little bit distracted this week. As I said, the IMRA was like mistake on my part. I wasn't intended to actually like trade anything, because I had some other things to do, and I just wanted like to put on the trade and let it be, because don't get a chance to trade the open very often. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm at home at the open, so I may as well like put a trade on, and I was willing for it to, how to say, just to put it on and leave it alone, and so I'll go do my things. But what happened, it's I spent the whole day basically fighting it, and didn't get to do the things I originally came home for. Anyways, so yeah, I believe that's it. Have a good rest of weekend, and catch you Monday.